Well, just about 2 hours south of the Twin Cities, you're going to find one of the rarest dinosaur fossils ever discovered that is installed at Winona State University.
Really cool. So this fossil has preserved skin and other soft tissue. That's almost never found in fossils. A few weeks ago, Dr. Lee Beatty from Winona State University joined Minnesota Live to talk about the program that he runs and what they call the dinosaur mummy.
Well, we have a geoscience program, and we have students studying geology, environmental science, and geoscience education. And so it's a pretty diverse geology program. We think it's one of the best in the state. We've got faculty that cover a real broad range of expertise. And we've got lots of alums who are doing lots of great things.
And one of your alum, as I understand this, has like a fossil tourism type situation. Is that in North Dakota? Is that how you guys ended up with this fossil?
Yes, exactly. So one of our alums runs a company called Hell Creek Fossils. And it's basically an adventure tourism kind of business. And so you can join up with them and go out to North Dakota and work on active fossil digs. And so during the scouting of the summer of 2024, before we had guests coming out to help us work, we discovered the remains of this dinosaur up on the top of a butte about 85 feet off the ground, but had people start working on it that summer, and then we got it wrapped up this summer, got it down off the butte, brought it out to Winona.
And is that what we're seeing behind you? If we can go back to your live Zoom, is that what is behind you?
Yeah, so this is Medusa, or dinosaur mummy. It's an Edmontosaurus. And what we're looking at right now is the burlap and plaster jacket that surrounds the fossil. So before we could move it out of the field, we have to secure all of the bones safely so it can be moved so nothing is destroyed. And so we wrap it up in burlap and cover it in plaster. And then you can see there we built kind of a roll cage around it so that we could flip it over and take it down off the butte safely. And so now we've got it here at Winona State in our Science Lab Center, and we're getting ready to start doing some work on it. We're going to open it up and start removing the rock from around the remains of the dinosaur.
And what makes this particular fossil so unique is that there is still some tissue from this that's been preserved. How does that happen scientifically?
Well, that's a good question. We're not entirely sure exactly how this process works. There has to be a specific combination of the right kind of tissue, right? So an animal with a hide that is tough enough to survive the preservation process. And then they have to be preserved in an environment where they're able to not be destroyed, right, before the remains can be preserved. And it's very possible that there is some bacterial action working after the remains are buried to help essentially kind of make a coating around the remains, and might be really important in preserving that tissue. So that's something that researchers are still trying to work on and figure out just exactly how this happens. But when we find dinosaur remains with preserved tissues, it's very exciting because there aren't a lot of these, and each one of them is helping give us a more complete picture of what these animals were like when they were alive.
And is that what we're seeing here? What is this exactly that we're seeing? And give me the perspective, like how big of a piece this is.
All right, so what we're looking at there is the actual preserved skin of the dinosaur. That piece is about the size of a golf ball. And so each one of those scales is maybe a 1/4 inch in diameter. And you can see that the scales here are so well preserved that you can see a lot of detail on the surface of each individual one, right? So it's not just we're seeing a general pattern, but we're getting a really good sense of what the texture of the skin would have been like.
Well, that is pretty remarkable because I think normally when people see a fossil or they think of going to a museum, they just see the bones, and to really get a look at that skin like that is so cool.
What will you do with this skin, and what will you hope to glean from what you do with it?
Well, what we're doing right now with the few pieces of skin that we recovered from the site is actually looking at how exactly these pieces have been preserved, right? So we have a couple of pieces that we have cut with a rock saw, and we're going to be looking at those under the microscope to see what's actually inside there. We have some pieces that we've pulverized for chemical analysis. And so that's kind of the first step, is just getting a sense of what the preservation was like with this particular dinosaur. And then after that, we can start moving into a lot more detailed kinds of analysis and maybe looking for traces of organic material in the skin or some other kinds of really interesting information. But we're just starting to scratch the surface right now.
Well, Dr. Lee, we'd love to check back in, a little bit later down the line and see where you're at. Will that thing be cleared away enough where what's left of the bones could be on display at Winona State?
Absolutely. So we're going to start working on this in the spring, and if we're lucky, once we open up the jacket, we're going to find not bones, but hopefully a lot more skin that's been preserved. Wow. Once we get the rock cleared away. So fingers crossed. That's what we're hoping to find in here.
Well, we'll check back in with you in a few months. In the meantime, we're all going to learn what an Edmontosaurus is.
It's a duck-billed, right? Yep. That's all you need to know. Dr. Lee, thanks for your time. Good to meet you.
All right, that's a conversation you guys had about that cool
it was
dinosaur
great.
a little while ago.
I like that guy.
If you want to learn more about the dinosaur mummy, you can go to minnesotalive.com, and we've got a link there, and you'll see more of that information.
Okay, folks, it's 9:41. We got some more fun stuff for you this morning. How about we open up the On the Road vault from all the way back in 2001?
That's even before I was at KSTP.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think I came in 04.
It feels like it was yesterday.
This week's episode features stories about faith and the faithful. And Jason Davis is going to Bovey. That's where a very famous photograph came to life.
If you haven't seen the picture in our next story, then you haven't lived in Minnesota very long. But we were surprised to learn that one of the most spiritual photographs in the state's history is not religious art at all. 84-year-old Rhoda Nyberg is an accomplished artist. For decades, she's turned out attractive watercolors and oils of flowers and landscapes. But the most successful of her works was a simple photograph that she colored many, many times.
Hundreds of them. I got so I didn't want to paint another one. I could see them in my sleep.
Rhoda's father, Eric Enstrom, used to own a photographic studio in Bovey, Minnesota. One day in 1918, he saw an old peddler named Charles Wilden walking on the street.
So he had him come in, and that's when he made the picture.
There was no color film in those days, so it was common practice to hand paint pictures, and that's where Rhoda came in. She even added light from a non-existent window.
That was etched in, and you'll look at the Grace picture closer and you'll see that.
The photograph came to be known simply as Grace. Over the past 80 years, millions of copies have been sold.
This has always been in my home. My parents have one in their home. My grandparents had one in their home.
Former schoolteacher Brian Carlson heads a campaign to immortalize the picture Grace on a postage stamp.
Here's a picture. It's been around since 1918. It's known worldwide. It's a piece of Americana. Why not?
The United States Postal Service is considering the suggestion, and they needn't worry about any religious conflict. Rhoda says the book in the painting is a dictionary, not a Bible.
Boy, I think any of a certain era, any house that you walk into, you're going to find that painting hanging there. That's for sure.
Neither one of us has it.
Yeah.
And I'm not as familiar, but wow, what an amazing
I can
story
see
it is
it in
behind this
Aunt
picture,
and Uncle's
though.
houses. And,
Yep.
Yeah, it's a. Well, anyway, Jason just mentioned this. Unfortunately, the effort to have Grace put on a postage stamp failed back in 2006, but because it got the designation of state photograph, it is required that a copy hang in the Secretary of State's office.
Look at that. The entire episode, by the way, of On the Road, it's called On the Road to Heaven, and it features stories about a variety of faiths in Minnesota. You can watch it Sunday night at 11:30 here on 5 Eyewitness News.